she was still in the builder's hand. The biggest and finest ship in the world. We ran our trials in Belfast Lough, and then took her round to Southampton.
And I so clearly remember my mother saying to my father, "Oh, this is the ship they say is unsinkable." My father said, "No, this is the ship that is unsinkable." My mother said, "Well, that is flying in the face of God, and that ship will never get there."
There were 3 sharp clangs on the crow's nest bell, followed by a cry from the lookout cage, "Ice right ahead, sir."
The iceberg had cut her from forward to the engine room, almost amidships, right through her 2 wartholes. The first boats away didn't have many passengers on board. They were afraid to go down. There was a 70-foot drop to the water, and they didn't think she was going to sink. I was hanging on to a board. We had 2 boards, starboard and port, which said, "Keep clear of propeller blades." And I was hanging on to one of these, and I was getting higher and higher in the air, and I thought, well, now I'll go, and I dropped in. I had a lifebelt on, and I hit the water with a terrific crack. There were bodies all over the place.
It was 5 minutes to 8, they told me, when we got alongside of the Carpathia the next morning.
And they took us all on board, took us to New York. That was that.
There was no excuse for one life being lost. The Titanic took 2.5 hours to sink. The sea was calm. If there had been enough lifeboats, no one would have died. And I'm sure that the world reads about this, realises it, and will always look upon it as the most dreadful disaster and dreadful waste of life that ever took place.